Newbury was a failure in one sense, but a massive success in another because it was a huge learning curve. The lesson being that we can't leave things till the planning decisions go in. Once we get an inkling that they want to develop on some greenbelt land, we need to get in early, we need to dig in, we need to get ourselves settled and get the networking going off at an early stage. Newbury, we left it too late before we decided to do something about it.
The eco-warriors of today are not so slow off the mark as they continue the battle for the environment in protests across the country.
Today I'm at Sharphill Woods in Nottinghamshire, where eco-campaigners have set up camp in protest at plans to build 1,200 new homes on greenbelt land not far from here.
It really angered me when I heard they were planning to build loads on greenbelt land, because you're not even allowed to build your own private house on a greenbelt land, you know, so it just disgusted me, and I've never managed to get to a protest before, but I managed to get to this one.
I decided to occupy the woods because this is the area that would have been devastated by the building, by the developers on the far side of the hill there. And if you're going to make a point about something, or you feel strongly about something, you have to be in the heart of something to be able to voice that opinion.
I first climbed this tree when I was about 4 years old. This was one of the first trees that I learnt to climb. My eldest brother brought me here and showed me it and told me about the famous H tree of Sharphill. The housing estate would have been on the field just at the side here, and it would have started at the Wheatcroft Garden Centre, just down there, and it would have gone all the way across the field, up within 50 foot of the side of the field, all the way along to the school and the farm over there, and it would have been 1,200 new homes. Basically, a suburban village is what they would have built.
If you think there's a load of homeless beggars up here trying to get stuff for free, it's just not true at all. Most of the people that came up here came with their own supplies, looked after themselves and tidied up afterwards. You know, we're serious protesters, we're not just freeloaders.
We had full support from the local resident committees, the neighbourhood watch. Even the local police were coming up just to make sure that we were OK and that we were safe.
You get very dusty. I had to go home a couple of times to get bathed and change my clothes. But apart from that, there's no drawbacks at all.
Our policy as environmentalists and conservationists up here is, if you want to think globally, you have to think locally. And the planet starts at your feet. It doesn't necessarily start in a rainforest somewhere in a tropical jungle.
Direct action is the best type of protest there is, because it gets you straight on the media and everybody gets to learn about it, whether they're against you or not. So you get a huge press coverage with direct action that you just don't get with normal protests. You know, you can have 5,000 people in Market Square in Nottingham and they won't even get on the local news. But like 20 people up here on and off will get on the news every day. So it's very, very effective at raising the profile of the protest.
If you feel strongly about something that is for the good of the earth, for the good of yourself, and for the good of your fellow human beings on this planet and the universe, and you feel very strongly and you feel very moved by it, then talk to others about it and get into a group, get into a collective. And once you've got a collective, you've got an energy source and you have a power. And once you have that power, people have a tendency to listen to you. The result of the protest was that... we won! We won! We convinced the council to reconsider and to drop this as a development site.
If we hadn't been camping in these woods, we wouldn't have won it. It's that simple.
For the first time in 17 years that I've been demonstrating and protesting, I've never ever seen a result like the result that we had for the Sharphill project.